Hey guys, you're watching BTech. I'm Basil and this is the Nokia 8, this is the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I'm comparing both of these phones for you today. Right, they're very different sizes, very different propositions. For starters, one's huge and comes with a pen. The other one is kind of a really cool thing. Just because it's a Nokia smartphone running Android, it's a Nokia flagship smartphone at that. Side by side you can see you've got a 5.3 inch screen versus a 6.3 inch screen. So there is a whole inch in it, but they have the same resolution, Quad HD. So the Nokia 8 will be a fair bit sharper. The Nokia 8 also has LCD technology, so it's an IPS, it's not going to be as punchy, not going to be as poppy, but it still looks very good and gets so bright, 700 nits. As for the Note 8 display, way less bezel going on here. It's a beautiful thing to behold. The fact it's bigger also means just more engulfing, perfect for movies, perfect for playing games. Front cameras, 8 megapixels versus 13 megapixels. Down below the screens, you've got a fingerprint scanner and 2 capacitive buttons on the Nokia 8 versus nothing on the Note 8, except for a pressure sensitive capacitive home button. So even when the screen is off, you can press it and it will fire things up. Smart stuff. Right hand side you can see you've got buttons, power button on the Note 8, volume rocker and power button on the Nokia 8. Volume rockers on the left hand side of the Note 8 along with a Bixby button. Bixby voice having just been introduced to the UK, albeit with US accent support. Down at the base, loudspeakers, mono bottom firing speakers on both devices. Unfortunately neither has stereo, USB-C ports as well, and you've got at the top 3.5mm headphone jack on the Nokia 8. Round the back, 2 dual camera setups, and these are very cool because they're different. Monochrome and RGB sensor on the Nokia 8. You got laser autofocus, flash, all that jazz. I've got the polished blue version, available in polished blue, polished copper, and a matte metal blue and a matte metal silver as well. So 4 colors and 4 colors in the deep sea blue version, orchid gray, black, and I think silver on the Note 8, but don't quote me on that final color. So the dual camera setups here is different. It's got nice wide open aperture, but the second lens, rather than having a black and white sensor like the Nokia, has a telefocus sensor, just like telephoto, just like the iPhone. So you've got a 2x zoom. The key difference between it and the iPhone sensor, however, is the fact both sensors have image stabilization, optical image stabilization. You can do stuff like blurry background, sharp foreground and stuff, and that's all called live focus mode. Perhaps my favorite thing about live focus mode is the fact that when you do come to take your picture, it takes it with a blurry background, a sharp foreground, and also, in addition to that, it saves both a wide angle and regular angle view picture too, which is excellent. You can tap on wide angle, tap on regular angle or close up, and so you've got some customization there after the beat, which no other smartphone does. I'd, for example, love it if the Nokia 8 took a black and white and a regular picture too, and then gave me the option afterwards. Right, jumping into the design of these two phones. First impressions, they both from the back feel very similar, very kind of reflective, polished. Even though the Nokia 8 is metal, it does feel glass in its polished variant. The screens, I'd say I prefer the Note 8. It's just more engulfing, but you're paying a much higher price for it, so that's unsurprising. The Note 8 is going to drop at around, I think it's £800 or something, so it's really expensive versus the £549 Nokia 8. Considering they both have the same chipsets potentially, depending on the region you're in, that is going to mean you get a similar amount of power for a lot less money. And what chipsets are those? Snapdragon 835s, unless you're in a region getting the Exynos Samsung Galaxy Note 8s. As far as the front cameras go, the Note 8 is probably not going to have quite as good a camera as the Nokia 8. 13 megapixels versus 8 megapixels. The Nokia 8 can shoot 4K video as well. I really rate it. That's versus 8 megapixels that can shoot up to 2K video. The user interfaces are also very different. It's a much more stock Android in the Nokia 8 versus Samsung's customized UI with a Bixby screen to the left. Both, however, have applications by pulling down from the bottom, notifications by pulling down from the top, and both run Android 7. So in that respect, they are similar. In terms of the storage, 64 gigabytes across both, micro SD expandability across both as well, 4 gigabytes of RAM on the Nokia 8, 6 gigabytes of RAM on the Note 8. Again, making the Note 8 really clearly the one for a power user. And I haven't even mentioned the S Pen. The S Pen packs, the screen packs 4,096 levels of pressure sensitivity. So your S Pen is going to be entitling you to some pretty fantastical sketching. You can draw harder you press, thicker the stroke is. It's a Wacom digitizer, the same kind of technology as found in graphic designer tablets. So anyone who loves to draw, the Note 8 is definitely the one for you. As far as batteries go, you've got a 3090 milliamp cell in the Nokia 8 versus a 3300 cell. Given the difference in screen size, just guessing, the Nokia 8 will last that little bit longer. But we're going to have to wait until we get it in for review before we give you anything too conclusive. Similar connections across both, super fast internet, up to, I think it's Cat 16 LTE 1 gig download, or at the very least 800 meg download. So faster than you will likely ever need in your life. If I was going to pick one right now, it would be the Note 8, just based on the fact it's a better phone, but you're going to be paying a lot for it. If you want the value for money proposition that still gives you flagship spec, it'll be the Nokia 8. If you've seen my other videos, you'll know though that the Nokia 8 has had some software teething issues, so once they get fixed, hopefully that'll be soon, then I'll really easily be able to recommend this device. Until then, yeah, watch this space. It's got some way to go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video though. If you did, thumbs up button, like the channel, subscribe. It's how you're going to stay on top of everything that we do here at IFA. And remember guys, when you finish with your phone, don't throw it away. Give it to a friend, give it to a loved one. The longer you can keep your phone, the better it'll be for the environment. Thanks for watching. Bye.